Hey guys, I'm back again and I have for you today another review of Blackberries Blackberries by Crystal Wilkinson, and I read that on my iPad, as you can see, so I'll be putting a picture about right here. Now, Blackberries Blackberries. This is a short story collection. I think it has about 16 or 17 short stories, all ranging from about 1.5 pages till about 9 pages. And it is based in Kentucky. The author herself is from Kentucky, and I think that's where she draws all of her inspiration to write. And these short stories all are around women and the difficulties of being a woman, especially an African-American woman. As well as you also have some stories where the main characters are children, or where the main character, the adult, is reminiscing about an episode or something from their childhood. Now, I must admit, I wasn't so sure about this because, you know, me and short stories, not so good. But this one I particularly enjoyed. And I think one of the main reasons why I enjoyed it is because each story feels somehow, I wouldn't say it feels familiar, but the stories have something about them that keep you interested and draw you in almost immediately. Now, it's true to do a short story where it's only 1.5 pages and be drawn in, quite difficult, but she somehow manages. Crystal Wilkinson is a fantastic writer. And I can tell you, I had never heard of her before, but I think I found this book over, I think it was on Goodreads. I was looking through some books and found Crystal Wilkinson and saw this was a short story collection. And I said, okay, I'll give it a try. Turns out it's very enjoyable. Now, the stories range from all different kinds of themes. Some of the themes have a tendency to be quite dark. Some of the themes are quite funny. So you go from one emotion to the next. You're not just, it's not all bad, and you know, it's a real good mix of things. Another thing is it does have a very good Southern ambiance. So if you like the Southern ambiance in stories, then you might want to give this a try. If you don't like that kind of thing, then I would say give it a miss, because it's pretty heavy going on the Southern side of the storyline. Now, I didn't know this, but one of my subscribers was telling me about, there's a group in Kentucky called, let's see, I had to look it up, the Affrilachian Poets group. And hey, Joseph, you told me about them. Well, I didn't realize until I looked it up later, but Crystal Wilkinson is one of the founding members of this Affrilachian Poets group, which is a group of African-American poets that have all grown up, I think, in Kentucky. And I guess you know, it's like a grassroots kind of literary group. And she, Crystal Wilkinson, is one of the primary members of this group. And let me tell you, Crystal Wilkinson has won quite a few awards, been nominated for quite a few things. If I look here, let's see, 2001 Best Debut Fiction, Today's Librarian Magazine for Blackberries Blackberries, because that was her first novel. 2002 Paul and Lily D. Chaffin Award for Appalachian Literature. And PBS Kentucky Educational Television Book Club Pick, as well as University of Louisville's Barker Lecture Freshman Book and Common Pick. So she has 2 other short story collections. One that is called Water Street, which I am on it. Hopefully I will be getting to that at sometime next month. And she has another one, and I think it's called Holler. And I think that is just one story, Holler. Whereas the other one is a collection of short stories like Blackberries Blackberries. So I say, if you're interested in checking out short story collections that revolve around Black women in the Southern atmosphere of Kentucky, with a real Southern drawl to it, but you know, with real interest towards women's problems and difficulties, because you have everything from separation to trying to find the right man to having your first child and reminiscing about something bad that's happened to you when you were a child. You have everything in there. You've race relations, everything is in there. And what's really really beautiful about it is that she manages to put this all together in a very straightforward kind of manner. She tells the story and moves from one story to the next in such a skilled manner that I wonder how long it took her to actually write this. It took me the full month to read it, because what I did was I just pretty much read one story per day instead of just sitting there and trying to read story after story after story. That doesn't work for me. So that's all I have for you today. It's interesting. It's something to, check out.